If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you find wanna have a good time, then like, comment, subscribe. Hey everyone, it's Natasha, aka misstashtash, back at it again with another video, you know what I'm saying? And today we're going to be talking about 2024 and the top pageants / competitions and fashion shows that I was a part of that I like to spread to you all so you will have that exact same experience that I did. So this will be a short video only because 2024, my experiences weren't as outstanding as I would like them to be for the shows and competitions I did. In fact, some of them were very unmemorable and just not worth talking about. I didn't even do vlogs for most of them because I felt like my experience, the way I have experienced that competition, wasn't worth bragging about or even bringing awareness to it. No tea, no shade. So for my competition side, I have one competition that I highly recommend, and on my fashion show side, I have two fashion shows that I really enjoyed doing. So starting with the competition side, the one competition that I 100% would do again, no questions asked, is the Runway Model of the Year competition. If you guys watched my short I did, or no, my video I did do a vlog on Runway Model of the Year competition. And for it to be its first year being brought back, I believe the director did an amazing job. Trying to exclude like the New York Fashion Week aspect of it, because the actual New York Fashion Week experience I had, I didn't get a chance to walk because the designer that I was supposed to walk for pulled out. So unfortunately, I was robbed of that experience. But separating the competition from that, I actually really did enjoy how simple and easy the competition was. Not easy as in easy to win, but easy to understand. And when I signed up for it, it was you know, a risk because I never have heard of these people before, the director, but I've heard good things about her from my other partners that I've had, partnerships and business partners I've had. So when I signed up for it, I was really just excited to do something different, something new. You know, I was coming off of, you know, several competitions back to back that I wasn't doing well in. Well, for me, at this point in my life, doing well is not winning. I did place top 5 at a few of the competitions I've had. There's only been one competition in the entire 2024 that I didn't place at all, and we're not going to speak on that one at all. However, like, I did do World's Perfect, I did do Citrus International, I did do the Miss Black Maryland pageant, and all of those twice. Actually, the Miss Black Maryland pageant happened twice that year because the second competition came around before the year was up, and I had placed top 5 in all of those competitions. So even though I placed top 5 in that, I feel like my experience still wasn't as amazing that I wanted it to be. I probably, unfortunately, would not be participating in those particular competitions again. But if you do want to take a stab at it, like, I 100% support doing something new and trying it out. But for me, the number one that took the cake was Runway Model of the Year. There was 3 areas of competition that we competed in. Technically 2, which was the runway and then the evening gown portion. Those were the only 2 that you had to compete in. But I submitted a photogenic and other optional competitions as well. And there's also door prizes and door options you can sign up for at registration. And the Runway Model of the Year is separated into several different categories. My category, I believe, was 20 and up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 20 and up, and it was the adult division. So I did end up winning the adult division, and I was very proud of myself for that because it was some tough competition in that division. And they also gave away 2 overall titles. So yes, you have a chance to win your division, but you also have a chance to win one of the 2 overalls, which was for, I believe, again, correct me if I'm wrong, 12 and under and 13 and up. So there was 1 overall for 12 and under and 1 overall for 13 and up. It might be, the ages might be different, but all I know is that there is 2 overall winners. So only 2 people is able to, like, basically get bumped up. It's kind of like a supreme title type of situation if you ever done a glitz pageant or one of those pageants where you have supreme titles or higher titles. And those 2 people, they didn't win their division because they didn't double sash and double crown, which I did like. I like the fact that they wasn't going to allow a contestant to win their division and win the overall. So they did get bumped out that division to the overall. So they give the other contestant a chance to win that division. And I know as the years go by, it's going to get better and better. For it to be, like I said, first year coming back, I really thought they did an excellent job with production, excellent job with timing. The competition is just very simple, and I really enjoyed having just a simple, enjoyable experience. Still not a big fan of New York. Traveling in it whatsoever. Is a beautiful city. I also had a chance to do a photo shoot that was separate from being an actual competition, but I did enjoy a little bit of my experience down there. But overall, and for Runway Model of the Year, there were optionals, and there were, you know, options to get photos, professional photos done by several photographers. They had quite a few professional photographers there offering photo packages in so many amazing scenic places, like escalator and just rooftop. Like, there's so many amazing places that they were shooting at. So even if you didn't want to just do the preliminaries and that's it, you could also do the optionals, which I believe that were well worth it if you really wanted that portfolio building moment and things of that nature. But other than that, I do give, I would say I rate Runway Model of the Year about 8 out of 10 for it to be a first year coming back. So I'm definitely being very wary of that. And like I said, I know they're going to get better and better throughout the years. But 8 out of 10 for me that is already like a good rating, because I've done a lot of pageants. So obviously my rating's going to be a little bit picky, a little bit high. So definitely an 8 out of 10 for Runway Model of the Year, and I highly recommend, if you wanted to sign yourself up or your child up for it, that you do so. So next category is fashion shows. Now, don't get me wrong, I've done a lot of fashion shows in 2024. However, I despise the experience in a lot of them. Some of them were decent, not good enough to get the top 2 rating, but decent enough that if I had the opportunity, maybe I would do it again. But they're not ones that I would spring forward to go try again. So there's only 2 fashion shows that I highly recommend doing, because of the, not only just the experience, but the quality of the show, the quality of the designers. As overall, it just felt very, very luxurious to be in these shows. Well, this particular show that I'm about to name, which was RVA Fashion Week, which is Richmond, Virginia. If you're in the DMV area, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia, highly recommend doing the Richmond, Virginia Fashion Week, which is called RVA. You can follow them on Instagram at RVA Fashion Week. It was a legitimate fashion week. A lot of people call themselves Fashion Week, and it's only like 1 day or 2 days. So this is legitimate fashion week. So they had a whole week of events. I was able to walk in the show on Tuesday and walk in the show on the final show, which is that Sunday. I absolutely love the ambiance of the production. Like, the runway setup for both of them were very nice, even though the Tuesday one was very intimate. I love intimate shows. I think it was very, very intimate but luxurious at the same time. I don't know how to describe it, but it just felt very expensive to be there. I enjoyed the designers I walked for. I think that overall I had a good experience. Obviously, there's going to be some discrepancies when it comes to shows. Some things don't always go as planned, and other than the one time that I did have an issue for the shows, it was during hair and makeup, but it was quickly resolved. And for me, when I get irritated, I stay irritated for the whole day, so it wasn't as serious. But you know, it was a little bit frustrating, but overall the quality of the show did make up for the fact that I went through that. So I definitely would do RVA again. Actually, I am going to audition again. Hopefully I get in. It is very tough getting into RVA sometimes, so hopefully I do get in again. The first time I auditioned for RVA, I didn't get in. So this is a life lesson. If first you don't succeed, try again. Because the second time I auditioned, the second year, I did get into the fashion show. So perseverance always prevails over failure, and you can learn something from that. So I feel like not only did it teach me how to, you know, get back up on my feet and try again, but it didn't discourage me. So the third time going back, I hope I get it in the third time as well, like I did the second time. But I definitely really enjoyed my RVA Fashion Week experience, and that's for local shows to this area or the East Coast in general. Now, a more like diverse show for my number 2, I don't know if you ever heard of RX Runway. I have done several videos on my channel. You can go back and look at my shorts or my videos of me reviewing my experience at our RX Runway fashion shows. But I did the Miami Swim Week show for the 2nd year in a row. I highly enjoyed doing the Miami Swim Week show because not only you can see so much diversity and inclusion into the show, everyone has a chance to be themselves, and there's something for everybody. There's literally something for everyone, and Cassandra does an amazing job creating an organization that is very inclusive and very fun to be a part of. And the Miami Swim Week show is open to anyone that wants to walk. You just submit your information and you're able to experience that. Also, you know, you're not forced to sell tickets. Some shows you are. Even for RVA, you wasn't forced to sell tickets. And I love a show that's not really doing that. I understand the concept of doing that because even for my fashion shows, I am implementing ticket sales or a ticket sale requirement only because I feel like it can help out with production costs. But when you're that big, you don't need it. I'm a little small, so, but I'll get there eventually. However, Miami Swim Week show was always a good time for me. I love just the swimsuits and I just enjoy the atmosphere of Miami in general. So being in the Miami Swim Week show for RX Runway, I was able to walk 3 times in that one show, and the pictures was amazing. And I really enjoyed myself. And not only does RX Runway have several shows in Miami, they also have shows all over the world. I actually did their Milan Fashion Week show. And the only reason why I didn't rank Milan Fashion Week as the top show is because simply international travel is difficult for me. I just prefer to stay between the sea and shining sea. But it was an amazing opportunity to put on my resume and to be able to talk about, like, it's cool modeling in Milan Fashion Week, that's cool. And she is certified to be a show in that fashion week. If you ever check out RX Runway, the shows, you can see that show will pop up on that schedule for that fashion week, so you know it's a legitimate fashion week show. But yes, they do shows everywhere: Dubai, London, New York, LA. You just have to find the city that you want to go to, even if it's not your city. Like, if you want to travel to a place, do a show, go ahead and do it. I highly recommend it. She's one of the sweetest people I've ever met. And the production team itself are very helpful and informative, smart, and seasoned. So I definitely recommend RX Runway, the shows. But from my experience specifically in Miami, 100% enjoyed Miami. And who doesn't like Miami Swim Week in general? So yeah, that is my top fashion shows and competitions of 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like me, if you like my content, if you want to see more of me, want to see more of my content, then please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell so you get notified every single time I post. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me, and I hope to see you again on my channel. Bye.